Give me a mic check, mic check. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. I can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on, Dog Paul? What's going on, Bada Mimi? What's going on, Lady Royal Supreme? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Again, y'all know I don't do morning shows. But when I saw this, I said, Jesus Christ, are you fucking kidding me? What's going on, Leslie Mitchell? Good morning. Good morning. I was sent this via email yesterday, and I just had a chance to look at it now. I'm fucking disgusted. Again, I'm on men's side. Hell, a lot of times I'm on a woman's side if they innocent, but I'm on a men's side. When you do dumb shit, then hey, I have to be fair and call it out just as well as I call out a woman. Preach. And I only read just a few sentences of this story, and my stomach is turning. It really is. The ignorance of a lot of people in this world, just straight up ignorance, stupidity, and we sit up here and allow these people in our lives. Y'all know I said in a lot of my streams, ladies, y'all know these dudes is in the drug gang. Y'all need to start letting this shit come in your home. This shit follows you. They follow these motherfuckers wherever it goes. As well as a woman. It's a woman. If a woman is in the drug game and we as men letting these women come in our homes and she out there doing this fuck shit gonna follow the women home. Amen. So we needs to be careful about who we let around our house, especially if we got children. All right. And let alone, maybe you need to think real hard and serious before you procreate with people like this. Because again, this dope game, this shit follows you. It doesn't go away. It follows you. And it follows you everywhere you go. No matter how far you run, no matter where you try to hide. This shit follows you wherever you go. Amen. And this is fucking sickening to even hear some shit like this. So I'm going to try my best to give y'all commentary, as I always do. But for now, hey, welcome to the Chris Nolan Show. All right, guys. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me say this first of all. These notifications, I seen somebody say something about they getting the late notifications. I've been told that people are getting my notifications real late. Oh, y'all know Spencer. Spencer just said, I've been and done a live or a video. She said she won't get the notification till hours later. Hell, I think sometimes she says she probably don't get it to a day later or something like that. And she be like, I didn't know you was live. I didn't know you was live. I didn't know you was live. So for some reason, it seems like now YouTube's getting worse with their notifications. So, I just take the shit and roll with it, And I have seen a couple of times when I have done a live stream or a video, even I get the notification late. I done a couple of lives that I didn't get the notification till the live was over. I was like, wow, so it's doing it to me, then I know it's doing it to a lot of you. So, the notification, I don't know. I wish YouTube would go back to the old school days where we ain't had to worry about this. If they left everything alone instead of doing all these fucked up ass updates, then everybody would get the notification. Well, let's say people who really fuck with you, they'll get the notification. Because, Dog Paul, you've been around for a long time. When YouTube used to run their old shit, when I went live, I used to have a lot of people come in, right? Y'all will get the notification. Y'all just fall in just like that. Y'all fall in just like that. But, now You know, everybody saying, I didn't get it, I didn't get it, I didn't get it, I didn't get it. You know, they gotta say, I gotta watch the replay, gotta watch the replay, gotta watch the replay. You know, so it's frustrating, but it is what it is, man. But we're gonna get right into it though. We'll get right into it. So guys, we got a story here. Actually, this man is the father of this child. Um, this fool here, check this out, took 11-month old to a drug deal. Let me repeat that. He took 11-year-old to a drug deal. And if I read right, which I'm gonna read y'all the article, and as I read right, he tried to purchase drugs with counterfeit money. Now y'all know people out here in the drug game and the street game, everybody know how to use the pens to see if the money is real or not. Because they got to get their paper. So apparently, whoever this fool went to try to go get some drugs from knew that the money was counterfeit. So a shooting rang out, and this fool right here used his own son as human shield, and the baby got shot 4 times. Now I want y'all to check out something too as this story going deeper. Guess who was in the getaway car? Not only him, guess who? The stepmother was in the car with this fool and somebody else. So you mean to tell me you got women that disgusting sit up here and wanna get in the driveway getaway car with a man like this? The stepmother now was in the car with this man as well, trying to get away as shots rang out. How about that one? How about that one? But these are the type of people we're supposed to respect. These are the type of people who they say, these women carried you for so many months. You supposed to show them respect no matter what. But how? How? If this woman knows she's a mammal, what they call people who give birth, that she can give birth to children, why would you sit up here even participate in some bullshit like this with a fool like this? And you know what he doing. And you aiding and abetting with him getting away. Not only that, your life is in danger. And not only that, the child that you claim you the stepmother to, his life in danger now. I think this baby's in critical condition. Young Jay, what up, brother? This baby's in critical condition. So if it's safe to say, this man, who is the actual, I guess, biological father of the child, is a piece of shit, along with the stepmother, who's a piece of shit. But let me ask y'all a question. Who do y'all feel is the bigger piece of shit in this story? Let's get right into it. All right, I'm gonna play y'all 2 clips. One clip where they talking about the original story. Then the next clip you're gonna hear the DA talking about it. And as always, y'all share your thoughts in the comment section. What y'all feel about this shit? And I'm gonna tell you now. Y'all know my favorite slogan. It's a motherfucker ridiculous. Let's go.
Say the father of this 11-month-old baby who was shot last month used his child as a human shield.
Look at that shit. The father of this baby used this child as a human shield. That enough alone right there just say, fuck this dude. You know what I'm saying? Sage, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning.
Last weekend, officials charged 25-year-old Nafes Monroe with endangering the welfare of
25 years old. 25 years old.
A child. Investigators say Monroe used counterfeit money during a drug deal in the Hunting Park section of Philadelphia. This led to gunfire, which critically injured little Yazim Jenkins. Authorities also say Monroe first went to a nearby house before taking his child to the hospital.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that?
At Main Event, you can...
Before taking his child to the hospital, he stopped at a nearby house. Before he took his child, his seed, before taking the child to the hospital, he stopped at a nearby house. Good morning, MC. How you doing, sweetie? Good morning. There's no way in hell that anybody can say that they give a shit about their child if they put their child in a situation like this. You took your 11-month-old son to a damn drug deal. You took your son to a drug deal, and your stepmom of this child was there with you as well. You mean to tell me y'all just that geeked up for dope? Y'all couldn't leave the baby at home, at least have somebody watch the child, which I'm not saying it would have made the shit any better, but y'all just that geek up trying to get some dope, trying to get that fix in your system. Y'all couldn't even leave the child at home for somebody to watch the child. But remember, guys, I just recently did an interview with the white chick, Tiffany Nicole, and her fiance. Yeah, people making videos talking about how much of a monster they are. But Tiffany and her fiance ain't the one out here doing this. Everybody was upset about them, talking about how suspect they is, and if you believe Tiffany and her fiance, y'all stupid as hell. All right, let's roll with that. What y'all say? Let's say Tiffany is suspect. Let's say her fiance is suspect, and everybody should be outraged. All right, I get it. Let's roll with that. Now, where's that same energy to this situation right here? Where's that same energy? Since they so suspect, they so wrong for speaking about what they saw when Brianna Williams, they didn't see her own child with her, when Brianna slept there and lied and said that my child is in the bathroom, but wasn't no damn child in the bathroom. And then when they moved your stuff from that place to the new place, they still ain't seen no child. But yet, they didn't say anything. The news sought them out. She didn't sought out the news. The news sought them out. They suspect. Okay, cool. Now, where's the rage for this set? I'll wait. This man is disgusting. The woman that's in the car with him is disgusting. Whoever else is in the car driving the motherfucker, whoever. Everybody who participated in this is disgusting. Even the motherfuckers who shot at him. Because I'm pretty much sure y'all saw him raise the baby up. Y'all saw the baby up in the air. Y'all could have stalled him out. But I guess this is what happens when you fuck with the dope man. When they want their money, they want their money. And they don't give a fuck who's in the way. They'll go through anybody to get their fucking money. But you would think someone would have some kind of fucking compassion that when they raise a child up there, you see this child raised up in the air, then you know, hey, let the bullets cease. But as we see now, when you in this lifestyle, nobody gives no fucks. Amen? Nobody gives no fucks. Again, another reason why I'm glad I don't have any children. I can't deal with this shit. I can't. Hey, Two Piece, what's up, baby? What's going on? Man. Well, guys, this is the DA right here. I'm gonna let the DA talk. We're gonna hear what the DA had to say about this. Listen.
We are hearing was arrested. Wanted to get some information about what he's being charged with. Yazim Jenkins. And
we're happy to answer that. I'm going to turn that over to Mr. Voci so that he can respond to your question.
Good afternoon. The father of the 11-month-old child is Nafes Monroe. He was in fact arrested. If you recall, he was wanted on a probation warrant, violation and warrant at the time that this incident took place. He also was the individual that was not only in the car with his child in harm's way, but drove the child to a house rather than taking him to a hospital immediately, then dropped his child off at the hospital and never looked.
Dropped his child off at the hospital. That sounds like what he figured to say is he never looked back. He dropped his son off at the hospital, dropped him off, then stayed there to see was his son okay or not. He thought about his own ass, dropped his son off. It sounded like this man said he didn't look back. Hold on, let's see. That's what he said.
Back.
That's what he said. Didn't look back. But you hear a lot of women say, I like the bad boys. I like the thugs. Well, you got a bad boy and a thug right here. This is what you like? I mean, you like what you like. Well, this is what you like?
And went into the wind, so to speak. He was arrested over the weekend, and he was charged with recklessly endangering another person, that being his own son, and endangering the welfare of a child, also being his own son, as a result of having his child in the car at the time that he was using counterfeit money to purchase drugs, knowing that counterfeit money is something that is very upsetting to drug dealers, and when they find out that they're being burned with counterfeit money, they act violently. And
did I just say that? Did I just say that? I ain't even had listened to this yet. And I said that. These drug dealers are getting smarter by the day. They see how people use these little ink pens or whatever to see if the money is real or counterfeit. So if these drug dealers sell you product, they're going to check to see you giving them fake money or not. I'm not a thug and I even know this much. And I just said this before I even played this. This is my first time hearing this. But still, shows you how much of a piece of shit he is. That he would even go here with his child and try to pull this bullshit. Man, let's continue, man.
And this was not the first instance of Mr. Monroe using counterfeit money, and in fact, some was found in the car that his son was shot at. And it's our belief, and our investigation has led us to believe, that he intentionally had his child with him when he was making such types of purchases with the idea or belief that if someone saw that he had a child in the car, that they would not fire upon him.
I'm sorry, this is the Hunting Park shooting of the 11-year-old, 11-month-old.
11-month-old.
A few weeks ago. Okay, initially it was said that the child was in the car with the stepmother. Is that the case?
Or like a
I just thought about something. So if he's 11 months old, that means he's not even 1 year old yet, right? I just thought about that. Correct me if I'm wrong. If he's 11 months old, then that means he ain't even 1 yet, right? This man is a clown. He a piece of shit.
It was a girlfriend of the father, and the father was there as well.
Girlfriend of the father joining this bullshit. The girlfriend of the father who saw this fool take his son to a drug deal, and she didn't do nothing to stop it because she want to get geeked up too. Man, give me a fucking break, man. Give me a fucking break, man.
2 adults in the car.
There was another adult in the car as well. There was 3 adults.
The girlfriend of the father.
There was the girlfriend of the father, there was the father, and there was another adult male, and then the child, for a total of 4 people, 3 adults.
So it's believed that he used his child as protection for allegedly burning a drug dealer.
A human shield is probably the term that I would use.
Used his child as a human shield, an 11-month-old human shield.
I think that's a fair assessment of the evidence that we have at this point.
And what are the charges against her?
Recklessly endangering another person and endangering the welfare of a child.
What about counterfeit?
I'm sorry?
What about counterfeit money?
He hasn't been charged with the counterfeit money at this time.
When was he arrested?
I believe it was Saturday afternoon.
Can you spell the suspect's name and give an age as well?
Nafes is the first name. Monroe, Monroe. Of course, he has multiple aliases using Nafis and Nyfes. The date of birth that is given is 6/6/94.
Still looking for the shooter, though, of course.
Yes.
Man, good morning, Shay. How you doing, babe? You know what? I'm stuttering shit. I don't even know what the fuck to say. I don't. What can I say that I haven't already said? Or I already have been saying. Sage, you a father. Sage, you a father. Sage or True, my homeboy, in the comment section right now. You are a father. What you say about this, bro? Can you respect the man who does this? Now you got some people probably trying to say, well, man, he gotta do, get some money. Okay, let's roll with that too. But why the fuck would you do this? But he wasn't trying to get money. He was trying to get drugs. Some people probably said that he had to do what he had to do. Here's the thing. We all get in situations that we may have to do something that we're not proud of to get where we need to go. All right? But some of us got a lot of pride that we're not going to do some things that we're going to regret doing. All right? But everybody gets into a jam. Everybody does. But what price does it cost? If I'm even saying this right, I'm trying to get my words together. What price does it cost to do what your priorities say do first? Keep your child safe. Don't cost a damn thing to keep your child safe. The stepmother, his girlfriend, was with this man, and I still can't get over that part. The stepmother, the girlfriend of this man, you mean to tell me that he trying to go get drugs, and let's say he was successful getting his drugs, he could have brought the drugs back home to you, y'all both could have got high together, whatever the fuck y'all trying to do. But again, y'all so geeked up that you wanted these drugs so bad, you got to get that fixed. You went with this man, with this child, to go get some goddamn drugs. And allowed this man to take the child, I guess, in the building where the drug dealer was at. And look what happens. And then he's so much of a piece of shit. The man left his child at the hospital. The man said he dropped him off. The DA said he dropped him off and didn't look back. He gone in the wind. Now here's my concern. Now that all this has happened, they got him. I wonder if they're going to go after the girlfriend. And I wonder how much support she going to have for him now after all this shit went down. Are you going to turn your back on him now that he's got caught? Or are you still going to be a ride or die chick for him? Either way it go, I think you a piece of shit either way it go. Amen? You a piece of shit either way it go. In a woman with common sense, I would like to think that if you find out, let's just say she didn't even know they was going to a drug deal. But when you find out what was going on, your ass should have got ghost. But the key word is common sense. Key word, common sense. Which a lot of us act like we don't have. Notice I say act like. We all got common sense. A lot of us just act like we ain't got it. Ain't no way in hell I need something that damn bad that I would put anybody's child in danger. Anybody's child in danger. There ain't shit that I need that damn bad. Not even sex. Man. All right, let me read to you what this. Well, let me read to you what they talk about these two pieces of shit up in here. These two pieces of shit. And say that you want to call in and say a couple of words, brother. You more than welcome to, man. Just let me know you want to, man. Because I know you a father for sure, and I would love to hear a father point of view about this. Because you know, hey man, we talk about the women. You know, I ain't got no problem going in on the man, and it really hurts me to hear a man sit up here and did this shit. You stupid motherfucker. But let's go ahead. So this happened in Philadelphia. Anybody in my chat room in Philly? Anybody in my chat room in Philly? It reads as follows. Yesterday was 13. This was posted yesterday at 12:41. The father of 11-month-old boy who was shot 4 times in Philadelphia last month is now under arrest in connection with the shooting. The district attorney office announced on Tuesday Yasin Munir, if I said that right, Munir Jenkins, was shot 4 times. The baby was shot 4 times because this fool used his baby as a shield. The baby got shot 4 times, including 1 in the head, guys. Are you fucking kidding me? Including 1 in the head. Including once in the head. You dropped your son off at the hospital. He got shot in the head, man. Are you fucking kidding me? What up, UFO? What up, brother? Are you fucking kidding me? I want y'all to understand something. Now do y'all understand why sometimes when I do these stories, I get emotional my damn self? This shit is heartbreaking. It's stomach turning. This shit will fuck with your soul if you got one. It will fuck with your mind if you got one. It will fuck with your heart if you got one. Now do y'all understand why I get so emotional about this shit sometimes? This is sad and disgusting. What up, Osmond? What up, brother? Jeez. So the baby took 1 in the head. While inside in the vehicle, City's Hunting Park section of October the 19th, 2019. So this happened last month. Authorities say the toddler was in the back seat of... Oh, shit. Here we go. Authorities said the toddler was in the back seat of a car along with his father, his stepmother, and another man with shot rings out. But listen who's in the car. His father and his stepmother. His girlfriend. Both of them was in the car. So again, I had to ask y'all the question. Who is the biggest piece of shit in this one? Is it the father or is it the girlfriend? Who do you feel is the biggest piece of shit? I see you, Sage. Okay, what I'm gonna do, Sage, I'm gonna get through reading this article, and I'm gonna hit you up in your messenger. Unless you still got the number. Unless you still got my number now. I mean, I ain't gotta send it to you, but if you still got my number, then let me finish reading the article, and you gonna call on in. I got you, Sage. I got you, bro. Investigators say Monroe used his son as a human shield to thwart off a potential upset drug dealer. Y'all hear that? He used his son as a human shield to thwart off a potential upset drug dealer. He used his son as a human shield to thwart off potential upset drug dealer. Do y'all hear me? Loud and clear. Do y'all hear this bullshit? This is a what? Say it after me. A motherfucking ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This man didn't give a damn about his child. He gave a damn more about getting his high. And the same thing with the bitch he was with. He was more worried about getting this damn high. Where is the fucking outrage? Am I the only black man that's outraged? Where's the outrage? Where's you motherfuckers who got mad at Tiffany and her fiance? Where y'all at now? Where that lady at? What's your name, lady, who came out comment section talking about, yeah, she do look suspect. Where you at? You came over to my channel. Where the fuck you at? How you feel about this? Is this motherfucker suspect? How you feel about this? I forget what your name is. But you came out motherfucker comment section talking about she looks suspect. Well, what you say about this? Fuck out of here, man. Jesus Christ, man. He was using counterfeit money to purchase drugs, knowing that counterfeit money is something that is very upsetting to drug dealers. And when they find out that they're being burnt with counterfeit money, they act violent. And this was not the first instance of Mr. Monroe. Y'all hear this shit? Hold up. Y'all hear this shit? Hold up. This was not the first instance of Mr. Monroe using counterfeit money, said Anthony, whatever his name is, VOCI, with the district attorney's office. So this motherfucker been doing it. He been doing it. But he finally ran into somebody who got smart on his ass. Or maybe when he been doing it, people try to spend the money. They were like, hey, hold up. This money ain't real. This shit counterfeit, bro. But he been doing it. He been doing it. And how about this? If he ever get a chance to speak out, I bet you one of the first things gonna come out of his mouth. But I do care about my son. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because you really cared about your son. First of all, you would never put him in that position. Second of all, you would never drop your son off at the hospital. You would have sat right there with your son at the hospital. You would have. So don't sit up that top of you care about your damn son. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Hi.
And I'm sick of these damn ads too. Yeah, so they gave your own son a death wish. Gave your own son a death wish.
With new information in the case of an 11-month-old baby shot 4 times in Philadelphia's Hunting Park section. Just this evening, that child was transferred from St. Christopher's Hospital to Children's Hospital of Philadelphia.
Action News reporter Christy Aletto live now outside of the hospital where the family of Yasim Jenkins is waiting anxiously tonight. Christy.
That's right, and he remains in critical condition. The man who allegedly shot him is now in police custody, but the infant's family, still too shaken to speak to us on camera, is now asking who could do something like this. Exclusive video as 11-month-old Yasim Jenkins is transported from St. Christopher's Hospital to CHOP Thursday night. His family said in a statement, "My son is fighting for his life and it's not fair. He's innocent and precious. How could anyone be so heartless?" Yasim was shot 4 times Saturday while in the backseat of a car in Hunting Park.
Wait, who the fuck just said that?
He'd been shot in the head, chest, and rear until family said Nisidley shot him, is now in police custody, but the infant's family, still too shaken to speak to us on camera, is now asking who could do something like this. Exclusive video as 11-month-old Yasim Jenkins is transported from St. Christopher's Hospital to CHOP Thursday night. His family said in a statement, "My son is fighting for his life and it's not fair. He's innocent and precious. How could anyone be so heartless?"
First of all, to answer your question, how can anybody be so heartless? First of all, your son. Okay, whoever is the mother of the man who did this, if she's still living, first of all, your son is heartless. That's the first person. Whoever the fuck he was dealing with, they heartless. After that, the woman he was fucking with, who stood up there and rolled with him while he did this bullshit, she heartless. The other motherfucker that was in the car with them, they're heartless too. What the fuck you mean who could do this? Your son is the first one that's heartless.
Yasim was shot 4 times Saturday while in the backseat of a car in Hunting Park. The driver did not realize he'd been shot in the head, chest, and rear until it was too late. He's been critical ever since. The shooter, who was in court today for an unrelated charge, was taken into custody. That arrest comes a day after Freddie Perez and Trayvon Thomas accused in the shooting death of 2-year-old Nicolette Rivera. Sources say Thomas allegedly confessed to mistaking a contractor at the family's Kensington home for Nicolette's father and opened fire. Instead, Nicolette was shot in the back of the head a day after Yasim, the motive believed to be over drugs.
You went there with that intention. You fired 6 rounds from a high-powered rifle into a home that you knew to be occupied. So, I mean, I don't think you can spell out premeditated any more than, going there and doing that.
As for 11-month-old Yasim, his family tells Action News, to the coward who did this to him, you will pay. If not today or tomorrow, God will handle you accordingly.
And I hope whoever said that mean the same thing for his dad. God gonna handle him accordingly because he did not care for his son in the first place. He left his son at the hospital to even stay with his son. So whoever the fuck that said that, who's the family member of this baby, I hope you mean the same thing for this grown-ass 25-year-old man who left his child at the hospital while he used his child for a goddamn human shield. All right? If you say that, then we good. We good.
And because that shooter has not been formally charged, he is yet to be identified by police. But as for that infant's family, they are asking for continued prayers in his recovery.
Hi.
Man, I never ever get through, man, so I can bring my man Sage in. It said it's our belief in our investigation had led us to believe that he intentionally had his child with him when he was making such type of purchases. I agree with that because he probably felt like when they did find out it was fake money, that they probably gonna show him leniency because he had a child with him. But now your cap got turned on that one. But anyway, though, they say they believe he intentionally had his child with him when he was making such type of purchases with the idea or belief that if someone saw that he had a child in the car, I just said that. I didn't read. I just said that they would not fire upon him. Did y'all hear this shit? You use your child as a tool, as a weapon. A child is not even 1 year old yet. And hoping people like that who you're dealing with will show leniency. Anyway, a hermit shield is probably the term that I would use. Even after the shooting, Voxie said Monroe didn't rush his son to the hospital. Y'all listen to that. He didn't rush it. Miss Meeks, what's going on? Said he didn't rush his son to the hospital. This fool stopped somewhere else. He also was the individual that was not only in the car with his child in harm's way, but drove the child to a house. Rather than taking him to a hospital immediately, he drove his son to a house and he got shot in the fucking head. Rather than taking his son to the hospital immediately. Then dropped his child off at the hospital and never looked back. Fuck you mean, man? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hello? No, wait, no. Go ahead, bro. Hold on. Let me plug you up. Hold on. Let me plug you up. Hold on. All right, guys. This is my man Sage. Sage of Truth. He was in the chat room earlier. He probably still there now, and I asked him to call in, so he's here right now. So yeah, I hear your baby in the background now. Sound like he having fun, man.
Yeah, he loves our little nature walks. But before I even get into it, I got one question. When did this take place? What was the exact date?
I want to say it took place last month on the 14th, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, let me scroll it up. Hold on. Let's see.
And
somewhere between the 19th and the 24th, but it happened last month, though. It happened last month.
19th and 24th. So, with that said, last month, after from the 12th on, my son was 8 months. Now he's 9 months. And the reason why that's so striking is because this baby didn't even see 1 year old. Didn't even see one. And you ask me, how do I, look at this situation as a father? Unfortunately, there's been many other situations just as, just as horrific. And I'm telling you, just as I posted in the chat room, if it wasn't for the corruption in government, I would be all for public capital punishment. Personally, if it was for the fact of government corruption, I would want to see all three adults publicly executed as a sign that this needs to stop.
Mm-hmm.
You guys refer to them as clowns and pieces of shit. The way I see it is this: clowns make people laugh, and shit, when used right, help people grow. These folks are lower than that. This baby didn't even have a chance.
And
I'm hurting right now, man. I'm really am.
It is, man. And like before I even started the show, my man Bria in the build. What up, Bria? Before I even started the show, Unbothered Mimi came in and she was like, Chris, I heard about this the other day. She said, I'm sorry to say, but the black community is going down. It's been going down. Let me go
ahead and make some correction because personally, I'm tired of folks calling this black community. Yeah, this was a black person that did it. That's fine, but we are not hive mentality. You said that folks don't use the sense that God gave them, which is common sense, but I don't believe in common sense anymore. I believe in logical sense. Some folks got it, some folks don't. That's not justifying anything. What I'm saying is, for the folks who choose to use logical sense, we need to gather together. We need to gather together and truly separate the trash. That's what needs to happen more so than ever. Folks need to know, and I'm going to paraphrase what Chris Rock said. There is a big difference between niggas and Negroes, and we as black people need to understand that. Not everybody is going to get on board. Not everybody wants to see the promised land, and quite frankly, not everybody should go. I mean, if you got a bunch of Skittles, and mixed in the Skittles were three drugs that had the letter N on it, you're not going to be able to really tell the difference. So what do? You got to get rid of the whole bowl.
Okay.
So what we got to do is we have to separate now.
I like what you said.
If I see kids acting, here's the thing. You know about my 9-month son, but what I don't think you know is I have a daughter, a stepdaughter who's 13.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh wow, man! I did not know that. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm really, really proud of her. Her grades put mine to shame.
Hey, but you know what? But hold on. Yeah, that's a good thing because we always want them to do better than us. That's the goal. We want them to do better than us. Because if I have a daughter, I would say the same thing. if she's straight A or she on the road, she'll put me to shame because I didn't have the best grades in school either, but I did graduate though. I didn't have the best school.
Yeah,
I didn't have the best.
Yeah, I graduated too. I had to because of my poor choices. I had to make sure I passed that test in the backseat of my parents' car and turn in. And I got a chance to walk across that stage. but my point is in bringing her up is, I straight up told my wife, if there's kids acting all kind of ratchet, not going along with the same morals that we believe in, those are no longer her friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really that simple.
Mm-hmm.
Be cordial.
Now let me ask you this.
Now
let me ask you this. Now you mentioned earlier about logical sense, and if I heard you right, you say you don't think everybody have it. Is it really that everybody don't have it, or some of us just choose not to use it?
For the most part, of course, I'm never going to say all, but for the most part, I believe it's folks that don't use it.
Okay.
But there's always an exception to the rule. Unfortunately, there are folks who've never seen anything, and I do apologize for my son screaming.
Oh, you fine. Go ahead. You fine. You fine.
But unfortunately, you do have a certain select few who's never seen anything better, who never experienced anything better. So they're just going along with what they know.
Mm.
But even with that, there comes a certain point where you have to say, you know what? I know that this didn't feel good to me as a child. I know I didn't like these conditions coming up as a child, so I need to. And I can't blame anybody else. I'm an adult now. I have to do better for my kids, or do better for myself. Yeah. So it comes a point in time where folks, no matter what you've seen, you still got to take some sort of personal accountability and do right.
So let me ask you this now. This young man was 25 years old. I don't know how old the stepmom is that he's dealing with. Now, a lot of us like to say age plays a big role in decision making and things like this. Do you agree with that or you don't?
It doesn't matter how old you are. A person should know it's wrong to use a child as a meat shield that he was used.
Okay.
There's certain while yes, age does play a factor. Maybe when it comes to relationships, financial decisions, admittedly, but the way he used that child, age had nothing to do with that.
Gotcha.
And then something else I want to address too. Because, you have mentioned that somebody may have said, hey, man, he was just trying to get his money. No, he wasn't.
That's what I'm saying.
No, he wasn't. And to even justify that makes it to
No.
me.
Wait, no. I didn't say nobody actually said that. I said you probably got some people that probably like, man, he had to do what he had to do.
Okay. All right, then I don't want to address a hypothetical then. I'll just keep my thoughts to myself.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen nobody yet to say that he did what they had to do to get what he needed. But even with that, though, when they say he tried to get his hustle on, his hustle didn't involve no money that he was trying to get. He was trying to get drugs. He was trying to get drugs.
He was trying to get a fix. This was not about taking care of his kid. And the whole situation. Why you take? There's nothing sacred anymore. Mm-hmm. I was never. Needless to say, I was never about that life. If I even thought about it, I got my butt kicked. I was one of those kids growing up in the 90s who still got whoopings.
Yeah, I did too. Don't feel bad. I did too, man. But
oh no, I don't feel bad. I mean, I do believe when you know better, you do better. That's what my parents used to teach me. Thankfully, I don't have to use that with my kids. I don't know about Jeremiah here. He already challenging me, but we'll see. but my point is this. There's nothing sacred anymore. Back in the day, there was at least a code. You didn't hear about folks shooting up no funerals. You didn't hear about folks shooting up kids like this. You didn't, because they weren't a part of that life.
Mm-hmm.
Now if the dad was over there, he's dealing with drugs and trying to use the counterfeit money, and everything got dealt with. Well, he was a part of that life. So, them are the breaks. But this baby had nothing to do with it.
Absolutely. And the fact that this man stood up here and just dropped his baby off. When I saw that, it said he got hit in the head too. They just did it for me, man. They just did it
What,
for me.
what did it for me was the fact that this fool dropped his kid off over at the hospital like it was a daycare. And
Exactly.
left.
Exactly.
Really?
It
Who
said,
needs to get it? Where the Black Lives Matter at right now? Where they at?
good
Where
question.
do all lives matter at? Where they at?
Good question. Good question. I like to know that myself, bro. I like to know that myself.
And last thing I want to say, as my son is giving me the man McClaw, you know, I had to compose myself for a second because I'm looking at my kid and I can't imagine. I can't imagine what type of creature, because I don't even want to call this guy a man. I don't even want to call him a guy. What type of creature, soulless creature you have to be to use your kid as a meat shield, to even bring them to something like that. I mean, yeah, it's speculation, and maybe I'm going a little too far, but it sounded like the whole thing was dang near premeditated.
You know what?
Man, if I bring my kid, the dude isn't going to go off like that.
I was thinking the same thing when I read the story. I was thinking the same thing, bro. And but unfortunately, this ain't the first, and it definitely ain't gonna be the last. You're gonna have more fools like him that's probably gonna make even worse choices dealing with their children, man. I can see it coming. 2019 has been a bad year for children.
Man, to say the least. But as far as what to do about solutions, uh, it comes a point where we have to really take accountability for our actions. We can say, oh man, the type of neighborhood he grew up in or whatever. No, none of that. All that is just excuses. We as black folks, we as true Negroes, we need to separate ourselves from the trash.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the bottom line of it. Push entrepreneurship on our kids, if anything else. I don't even ask my daughter what she wants to be when she grow up. To me, that no longer makes sense. I ask her, how do you want to live?
And what's her response when you ask her that?
She's like, oh well, I just want to be happy. I'm like, okay, well, what does that mean? Write it down.
Right.
I tell her, write it down, and then let's talk about ways of getting to that. So, because when you ask her how, instead of asking her what to be, it's almost like, what type of collar do you want? And again, I'm not judging those that still does it the old way, but when you know better, you do better. At the time, I was thinking, okay, yeah, I want to be a mad scientist. I want to do this. I want to do that. But what happened is, I'm talking about letting a job define me. Not one time was I thinking about opening up my own business or doing something for myself. I was thinking about what I want to be to work for somebody else.
Right.
And what we have to do for our youth is let them know that the sky is the limit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And brother, sound like, man, you doing a wonderful job with your kids, that you have. And I am happy about your 13-year-old, and that's a daughter, man. So give me hope that, and it also shows what a lot of times we talk about, hey, you got the father around with a lot of these children, things seem to go smooth a lot of times. But the best home is...
It still takes prayer.
Right.
but
of course, the best home is when you got both parents. That's the best home.
Amen.
That's the best home. But bro, I give you the last word, man. Thanks for calling in, brother. But I give you the last word. You want to say something? I'll let you go.
Yeah. In regards to situations like this, I don't proclaim to be a perfect man, but I do profess to be a man of faith. I call myself the God-fearing nerd, say the truth. but with that said, as heartbreaking as all this is, those of us with logic and reason, we have to not let our hearts be hardened. Stay the course, and by stay the course, I mean teach our children right. The only what you're seeing is lack of knowledge, lack of logic, lack of reason. It's what Cornel West called the nihilistic threat. These are people who have no idea about their own history, or if they do, they don't have a care in the world about it.
Mm-hmm.
We who know better, we have to do better. We have to, more importantly, we have to teach our children better.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely. Well, brother, man, thank you so much for calling in, man. And man, I don't know, sound like you and your boy there having a little wrestle going on. So, you
no,
know,
we go on nature walks, and he likes picking on the plants and all that. And every now and again, he'll turn around and yell at me and give me the Madame Claw. He's done watching Attitude Era Wrestling.
okay, my man, Wade, man, y'all take care, man, and you always welcome to call in, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Appreciate it, brother. You stay encouraged.
All right, no problem, no problem. All right, all right. That's my man Sage of Truth. He was in the chat room earlier. I really appreciate that call because he made me feel a little better than I was feeling earlier. He made me feel much better than I was. But still, on top of that, you know, we still got this bad situation right here that happened. What up, neighbor? How you doing? We still got this crazy situation right here that we talking about. You heard what Sage said. You know, you hear a lot of people say, you know, it's babies having babies, and I agree with that to an extent. But even with that, though, at the age of 25, you know better. And like he said, when you know better, you do better. And that's for everybody, including me. When you know better, you do better. And that's when they say, you know, that's how you learn. That's how you learn in life. When you make mistakes, you learn from your mistakes. And it helps you be better. Amen. When you make mistakes, you learn from your mistakes. That's what make you better. But what this man did, I'm not gonna even label it as a mistake. He made fucked up choices because probably his whole life, his priorities been fucked up. Did I say so wrong? Probably his whole life, his priorities been fucked up, which cost him to make this fucked up ass decision to bring his child to a damn drug deal. Then to use his child as a tool, hoping that the drug dealer won't pop his ass. And when you should know by the age of 25, Bullet has no name. The streets ain't owned by nobody. The streets is just a name. It ain't owned by nobody. The street was there before we even got there, before we even got here. So don't nobody own those streets. Hold on, guys. Hold on. All right, guys. That's my cue. I gotta go because I gotta make an important. I missed an important phone call. Y'all know I told some of y'all that I'm trying to get these other jobs, so I just missed an important phone call. But that's okay. I can call them back. But y'all get the gist what I'm saying about this. You know, this man right here, priority has been fucked up so long, which caused him to make a poor decision with his child. And his poor decision making was, I want drugs. Fuck my child. I want drugs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my child as a tool and see if I can get that fix that I wanted. And if the shit goes wrong and they find out about my fake ass money, then ain't gonna shit happen. But what the spinners say? It takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. Y'all say it with me. It takes a fool to learn that love nobody. And this man don't even love his own child enough to stay with his child, and hopefully his child at least pull through. How sad is that? How bad does that make us look as men? Even me, I'm not a father, but that makes me feel ashamed that we got Negroes out here that do this shit. But again, like I told Sage, he ain't the first. He showing the fuck ain't gonna be the last. Cause you gonna have somebody gonna do worse than him. Amen. You gonna have people that gonna do much worse than him. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the Chris Thorne Show this morning. Get the thumbs up. Y'all be hitting that thumbs up like a motherfucker this morning. Cause I see a lot of y'all feel the same way that I do. We got 29. Hit me up for one more. Give me 30. And as always, I love y'all. Take care of yourself and each other. Till next time, I'll holler. If y'all want to follow the Taylor Rose case, I'm doing it on my 2.0 channel. All right. That's how I do this stuff now. Whatever story I start on, I want to stay on that channel doing that story. So everything I've been talking about Taylor Rose Williams and Brianna Williams is on my 2.0 channel. It's the same name, just put 2.0 behind it. So you want to keep following that case, join me on the Chris Thorne Show 2.0. Other than that, y'all take care of yourself and each other. All right, I'm out. Peace.